It's your boy Nick here, me and the movies. We at the AMC Ontario 30, once again, about to catch us a flick. Yeah. We had the Ontario 30 on, checking out Touch with Fire, directed by Paul Dilo and starring Katie Holmes. Executive produced by Spike Lee, being that the director is a former student of his. So let's get in there and check it out, as it's subject matter very close to home. Gotta peep it out. With a little story about two bipolar individuals going wild and manic, trying to deal with life and adjust to it and all that good stuff. I know all about that, y'all. So let's get in there, y'all. Yeah. And we happen to be early this time. So a lot of time to kill.
The Family special premiere Thursday, March 3rd at 9/8 Central on ABC.
There was a time long ago when tides would rise and winds would blow.
Yeah. Touch with Fire. Excellent film. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Neek here, me and the movies, and I'm going to add on some further thoughts about the film I just recently seen, and that was, there we go, Touching Me with Fire. Anyways, yeah, I just want to talk about this film because I enjoyed it very much. A film by Paul Dalio, I believe is his name. Executive produced by Spike Lee, as Paul Dalio was a student of his at NYU Film School, and so Spike decided to go ahead and executive produce it. But anyways, it was a great film with Katie Holmes, and I believe the actor's name was Luke Kirby or something like that. Let me find out for sure, y'all. Yeah, we're talking Katie Holmes and Luke Kirby as Carla and Marco here in this film, directed by Paul Dalio. And it was a film about two young people who are manic depressives, as well as bipolar. And they meet in a mental institution as the Carla character kind of accidentally where the Carla character accidentally commits herself for the evening into a mental institution and end up staying for quite a bit to get a little rest. Where she meets Marco, played by Luke Kirby, and they both kind of butt heads at first, but end up drawn to one another, some kind of magnetic attraction, and they end up making each other even more manic. And as they're released, they try to find each other, and they eventually do, and they bond like you wouldn't believe. I mean, they just like-minded and kindred spirits, just exploring the world together, and because they both support each other's mania, but they see it as a gift of just being carefree and fancy-free without the hindrance of the medication that they've been prescribed to somewhat temper these mood swings that they have. And it's pretty much about the hills and valleys, the ups and downs of their relationship and dealing with their illness and how it affects their loved ones, their family. Carla, her parents, her mother and father, mother played by Christine Lottie, and Marco, his father, played by Griffin Dunn. Griffin Dunn did a really good job as a father who really cared and was willing to really sacrifice the relationship of his son in order to see his son get better. Same thing with Christine Lottie. She did a really good job as well. Definitely two good jobs by the supporting actors. And this movie Touch with Fire was very personal to me because I could have actually gone down that road myself about a good 10, 15 years ago. So definitely could relate as I spent the evening in such a restful environment. So the movie did a good job of portraying that mania, that need to express yourself and to emote. I even liked the character Marco was actually a poet, but more specifically a rapper, a poet in the rap genre. He even had this one line that just made me crack up and die. He said something like, he said, I'm crazier than Batman's Riddler played by Jim Carrey when he's not taking his Ritalin. It was dope. It was like an 8 Mile scene, where he was battling another cat, and the crowd go, oh! It was just a dope moment. It was just a really dope moment. And the movie was actually pretty long, but it was good that it was long because it made you really feel like you was kind of like that third passenger right along with him. And man, when this movie comes out on DVD, I'm definitely have to purchase it because it's very personal to me. And I thought it was just a really good job by this first-time director, Paul Dalio. I believe he co-wrote the film as well. And I'm glad they changed the title from Mania Days to Touch with Fire because it was definitely more poignant with the Van Gogh painting Starry Nights that they had displayed throughout the whole film. In contrast to the Starry Nights, the two characters were touched with fire. That mania was like a fire inside of them, and they were definitely touched by it. They were just really in touch with their feelings and emotions. So that's all I really wanted to say about Touch with Fire. Is it a film that you should go out and check out? I think so. I think so. If you want to relate to what other people might be going through, I mean, you can look at these characters and say they need to just get over themselves and just get their lives together. But it's truly an illness, especially with the Marco character. He really couldn't tame it to the degree that he needed to once certain events came to fruition. And as far as Katie Holmes goes, she did an excellent job. Probably the best job I've seen her in many, many years playing this character. Carla, I really felt for her very much. And I understood the decision that she made towards the end of the film that kind of drove them apart finally. So, yeah. It was a very mature and responsible decision she made to a degree. If you can, I won't explain any further unless you've seen it. So, y'all go check out Touch with Fire. Filmed by Paul Dalio, executive produced by Spike Lee, 40 Acres and a Mule production, which was dope to see in the beginning, the logo and everything. And minus the little mishap that happened as I was leaving the theater with another moviegoer. Anyways, it was still a great experience at the movie theater, at the AMC 30. So.
Oh yeah, just one thing I wanted to add on was nice to see was a cameo of my man, the director, Paul Dalio, in this film. And it was nice to see that because it was revealed, I believe, in an interview that I've seen that he himself was manic and bipolar. So to represent that experience himself with a nice little cameo in the hospital for a brief second, I caught the interview before I saw the film, so I was able to recognize the director. So that was a nice little representation and kind of just letting you know a little wink that, yeah, I know what I'm talking about. I've been through it, y'all. So it was nice to see that little cameo there. Good job.
When you see it on VOD, on Netflix or whatever, Amazon, Hulu, however you catch your films, check it out. Touch with Fire. I give it a definite thumbs up. It was a very, very touching film. Definitely a good thumbs up. So. It's your boy Neek here, me in the movies, and yeah, y'all go check out Touch with Fire.